So it's International Mango Day, and we're going to celebrate with 10 delicious mango fragrances for you guys today. I've got 10 fragrances, and I've done a mango video probably about 2 years ago almost. And since then, there's been a few really awesome mango fragrances that have been launched, and I'm going to talk to you about today. If you're curious to learn about mango and fragrances and celebrate International Mango Day with me, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. Did you even know that there was an International Mango Day? I guess it was first celebrated at the end of the 90s. So since then, there's been an International Mango Day every year. Again, I didn't know, and I'm happy to celebrate with you guys. And let me know if you knew or if you didn't, if this is the first time you're hearing about it. And also let me know if you have a favorite mango fragrance. And as I was saying, there are new fragrances here that are mango focused. Most importantly, this one right here. I'm going to start with this fragrance. This is from the house of Juicebox. It's CARIOCA Heart. Now remember, I was telling you guys I've been working on a fragrance with Juicebox and working with Julien and Rasquinet to create a fragrance. I'm not acting as a perfumer. Mostly the fragrance was my idea. They came to me and asked me if I wanted to collaborate, and they had me select a perfumer. And so when we started working on that, this was just launching. And I remember how great it smelled. We were in the south of France, and the owners of Juicebox were wearing this. It was warm, it was humid, and it was projecting like crazy. So this is Peony, mangoes, pineapple, lemons, sandalwood, rum, labdanum, vanilla, and broxan. Created by Julien and Rasquinet, who's also created the fragrance that I worked on with them. I'm going to let you know a little bit more detail on that fragrance after this fragrance. So this is actually floral and very fruity with the mango and pineapple. So it's tropical. It's got a tropical vibe. There's some citrusy elements, tartness that comes in, but also the booziness that comes in as well. But the thing is, it's very ambery, vanillic, and woody when it's drying down. It has an amazing, amazing trail. You'll smell the mangoes, you'll smell the peony. Peonies are slight bit rosy, slight bit white floral, kind of a combo like that. And it really nicely meshes with the mango and pineapple. So you have this like tropical fruit bouquet, but some citruses and floral notes and lots of amber and also woods. I wouldn't call this an extremely beefy fragrance, but the way the fragrance wears really nicely projects and leaves a really great trail. The diffusion on this is amazing. So if you haven't tried CARIOCA Heart from Juicebox featuring mango, definitely try it. It's really, really one of the best mango fragrances out there on the market. Let's quickly smell it, shall we? I've got strips here today. In this video, I'm going to smell on camera for you as well. So to me, also, this fragrance does have a bit of Middle Eastern styling. There's some ingredients or notes in here. It acts a bit like oud or something that's under there hidden, but it comes through a little bit. And I think it's this note, along with all the other notes that are in here, contributing to a really great trail. The fragrance wears amazingly in the heat, so if you want projection, sillage, and also being stopped and asked what you're wearing, definitely try CARIOCA Heart. It's a really great mango fragrance. And going back to the fragrance I've worked on with Juicebox, it's launching in August. On August 18th at Harrods exclusively, there is an event that I'll be attending, and we announced it recently. And the first hour of 30 spots sold out. So there's another hour that has been added, and there are a few spots left. So if you want to meet me, Julien and Rasquinet, owners of Juicebox, and smell the latest Juicebox fragrance, which is going to be exclusively selling at Harrods for a month, then please, please book. I have a link in the info box. It's on the 29th of August. The fragrance itself launches on the 18th. And again, it's exclusively selling at Harrods for a month. So let's move on to the next fragrance. It's VILHELM Parfumerie's Mango Skin, this one right here. Totally different than CARIOCA Heart. More of the skin, a bit more green, and not as sweet, although there's sweetness from the fruit, but this to me is a bit more sweet tart. There's also a little bit of a candy vibe in this one, which makes for a completely different type of mango fragrance. And if you're into the idea of more sweet tart fragrances, this one probably will satisfy. There's a green skin quality for sure. It's mangoes, black pepper, patchouli, blackberries, wild orris, black lotus, jasmine, pink sugar. This has been pretty popular for this house, I think. What do you think? Are you a fan? Have you smelled it before? Let's quickly smell this. Really get the candy qualities, almost like hard candies, but fruity for sure. You know, sometimes hard candy can be a bit sweet tart, but for sure it's green and fruity, but definitely not sweet. It's not ripened fruit. I think it's a good quality fragrance from the house of Wilhelm Parfumerie. Let me know if you're familiar with it, and let's move on to the next mango fragrance for International Mango Day. This is CRUZ del Sur from the house of XERJOFF. Now this fragrance is it's a strange fragrance for me. For me, it's fruity. It's almost like mango custard. There's a milky quality about it. And it's got this very unique tropical quality about it. It's mangoes and pineapple, floral bouquet, cedar, musk, and I'm getting milk chocolate milk effect in this along with sandalwood. So if you like the idea of a milky lactonic, this goes very lactonic to me. I don't know why. There's no mention of the lactonic type notes in this. But like I said, a fruit custard, more like a mango custard is what you get with CRUZ del Sur. Interesting also, I was recently at Neiman Marcus, and I stopped at the XERJOFF counter there, and there was an associates showing the customer some fragrances, and the customer was really loving this one. So I kind of was telling them about what this fragrance is all about. Again, it's fruity, but I get a fruit custard, maybe a little bit like tapioca, that kind of an experience. But in the end, it's got flowers and fruits and woods and musky notes. But for sure, you get that milky quality with this one. So it's CRUZ del Sur 2 from the house of XERJOFF. All right, up next, it's from the house of Oud. It's Keep Glazed, this one right here. It's interesting, I had a sniff session client come in here one day, and she loves gourmands, and she was looking for fruity gourmands. I pulled this one out for her, instantly fell in love with it. She went and ordered it from ZGO Perfumery. This was like 6-7 months ago. So this features mangoes, chantilly cream, strawberry leaves, frozen lemons, coconut râpé, ginger crumble, fruity musk, precious woods. This to me acts more like a gourmand, like a real gourmand. The previous two were not really gourmand, although they had the fruity gourmand qualities about them, but this one has enough kind of actually I forgot the XERJOFF is also very gourmandish because of the milky notes, but I was referring to the first two. This to me acts like a realistic gourmand, even more than the XERJOFF, because there's no real gourmand notes on that XERJOFF, but it acts milky. But here it's very creamy, it's very fruity, it's also citrusy and woody in the dry down too. But let me know if you're familiar with Keep Glazed from the house of Oud. I think it's a really delicious one. If you haven't tried it, please do. I think you'll be very happy with this one because I really enjoy the way it smells. And it acts very, very gourmand, creamy, smooth, fruity, and woody as well, with some spices coming in, of course. Really yummy. The frozen lemon is kind of unique, but it's so smooth. And the ginger in here gives you the zing next to all the creamy smoothness of the fruits and the creamy touches that are in this fragrance. Really wonderful offering for International Mango Day. It's Keep Glazed from the house of Oud. Next, we're going to FOMOWA Paris PANNACO TAHAA, this one right here. Are you guys familiar with this one? This one's brand spanking new. So this one probably was not in a previous mango list. Now this features notes of curd mango Mahachanok, orange vanilla, saffron, creamy panna cotta, white musk, Tahitian vanilla, Tonka Absolute, and benzoin. This is a brand spanking new brand, new house. They haven't launched any fragrances before. I actually got a sample of this way before the fragrance was launched. I bumped into the brand owners and they wanted to show me this fragrance, and I was like, this is quite delicious what you guys have created. And sure enough, again, it's a bit creamy, it's very fruity, it's vanillic and citrusy at the same time, but it has musky, woody, ambery, resinous notes when it's drying down. It makes for a really long wear, but super delicious. If you like fruity gourmands and you like that tropical styling of mangoes, definitely try FOMOWA Paris PANNACO TAHAA. It's a bit confusing name, but a really super delicious mango forward fragrance. You know, this one also has a bit of greenness. I'm getting a bit of the skin of the mangoes, but in the background it's powdery, it's dry, it's dusty, and also creamy. Really, really smooth. Really nice blend. I really like this one, and I feel like this one is perfect in the heat as well. For me, some people associate certain fragrance styles not like specific weather appropriate, but the way this is made, I feel like it'll shine in the heat more. So either way, this is PANNACO TAHAA from the house of FOMOWA Paris. Let me know if you're familiar with that one. By the way, the Juice Box fragrance was featured in my Scent Club kit mystery box number 2 that launched last November. And then this next one was also in a Scent Club mystery box, last Scent Club mystery box number 3. This is Day 3's BANI. So different for a mango fragrance. This is more along the line of Mango Skin by VILHELM Parfumerie. But I kind of like this one a little more. It's a very unique greenness. And the greenness is quite obvious and quite prominent. It's white musk, mangoes, magnolia, sugarcane, bergamot, jasmine, mango leaves, papaya, coconut, sandalwood, and oranges. So they're throwing in the leaves here that's giving us that green vibe, but it's also lots of fruit forward fragrance here. Very tropical, but more lush greenness mixed with the tropical fruits is what I'm getting here. So along the way you have the woods and some flowers coming in to really create a really nice fragrance. This is an indie niche house, artisanal, and I'm surprised at how great the quality of their fragrances are. I actually got to meet this brand last year in Los Angeles for the Art and Olfaction Awards. They won an award, and it makes sense because they know how to create really, really wonderful fragrances that actually are not dupes or copies or inspired by other popular fragrances, if that makes sense. They're very wearable fragrances, and BANI is really, really great if you haven't tried it. Let's go ahead and quickly smell it. It's very clean and it's fresh. This one's not necessarily heavy. There's major freshness about it. And so green. Very, very green. I can see that this and Mango Skin do have some similar qualities, but for me, there's a clean, almost soapy factor about Day 3's BANI that Mango Skin doesn't have. Also, the differences are I get a bit more tartness with and candied vibes with Mango Skin, whereas this one is just a really luxurious lotion or soap or fruity soap kind of a thing. So delicious. Day 3's BANI is great. If you haven't tried it, please do. So up next we've got another mango fragrance for International Mango Day. It's a JAZEEL's Wid, this one right here. So I don't know if you ever caught my very first video on this house. I did a video on a bunch of fragrances from this house. This was not my favorite fragrance. In fact, I didn't really like this fragrance, but it's grown on me. Now I enjoy it. And I think it was the melons. I was very sensitive to it. It was playing marine vibes, and I kind of don't like marine in fragrances. But this is melons, mangoes, magnolia, orange, jasmine, musk, cedar, and amber. I believe it's created by Chris Maurice, and I think the XERJOFF is also Chris Maurice. It's his style. He knows how to do gourmands really well. Also fruity fragrances and woods and ouds, that kind of a style of fragrances for XERJOFF. And you can totally see this one here being that kind. But to me, the melons does add a bit of marine effect in the fragrance, but it makes it kind of fruity, floral, citrusy, and musky. Of course, you know, lots of cedar, like woods and amber when it's drying down. But let's quickly smell this. I really like their bottles. The design on the back is so beautiful, and that little seal on the back. Yeah, this is totally trademark Chris Maurice. It almost seems like there's a bit of oud in this one as well. But the melons have grown on me. I'm not very sensitive to it as much, like giving me that kind of marine effect. But under there also there's a bit of candied effect as well. So that's JAZEEL's Wid. Let me know if you're familiar with that one. Next, Neela Vermeer Creations Bombay Bling. This one right here. Are you familiar with this one? This one I featured in a Fruity Floral Fragrances video last week. If you haven't caught that video, please go catch it. This is one of the best mango fragrances of all time. It's been out for over 10 years, 12 years, I believe. Created by Bertrand Duchaffoul. It is Vacation in a Bottle. It's mangoes, frangipani, lychee fruit, blackcurrant, tuberose, ylang ylang, jasmine, gardenia, rose, vanilla, sandalwood. It's like an island destination, but not necessarily extremely warm. Although I think it could come off a bit warm because it's inspired by Bombay. It's called Bombay Bling. And there's a lot of warmth in this one. But to me, when I wear it, it doesn't act a lot very warm. It's more about the fruits and the flowers and woods and the light ambery touch when it's drying down. But such a heavenly fragrance. It's a magical fragrance, and it transports me to a really nice tropical island-like destination, but not necessarily the hottest temperatures. But let me know if you're familiar with that fragrance. I've recommended that fragrance quite a bit. It's one of my favorites from that house. Really can't get enough of the smell. And that was actually in a summer scent club kit last summer. So good. So good. It's a really nice fusion of fruits and flowers. In this case, tropical fruits and tropical flowers. Yum. Really, really great. Very, very original smell. I have not smelled anything like this out there, not similar, and that's what makes this a really great fragrance. It's just magical the way it smells and truly original. So that's Bombay Bling. But moving on to the house of Ulika, it's Ulika Parfums Nota Loca. Are you familiar with this fragrance? This is brand spanking new. This came after Nota Sugar that I've reviewed on the channel. To me, it was more like a pineapple upside down cake. This is mango, acai berries, coconut, papaya, yuzu, cardamom, vanilla, tonka beans, and musk. So tropical candy-like fruits come to life. It's got a lot of fruitiness, so it's a very, very fruit forward and a really delicious offering from this house. I don't know if you're familiar with Ulika Parfums. Go catch my review on Nota Sugar, but this is Nota Loca. I like the name, fun name. I wonder if they're going to continue with the Nota, naming convention of their fragrances. But again, very mango forward with acai berries. It's got a kind of a slight beachy vibe with the coconut thrown in there. And of course, we've got the mangoes, acai, coconut, and papaya in here as fruits. So it's an extremely fruity fragrance with some spices and vanillic touches. Let's go ahead and quickly smell this. Very fruity. This one to me has the sweet tart qualities. Not necessarily very sweet, also not necessarily very tart. It's right in the middle. Kind of also has a bit of a candy vibe like the mango skin from Wilhelm Parfumerie. But a unique take on a fruity, tropical mango fragrance. And I think it's perfect. Perfect fragrance for the celebration of International Mango Day. And let me know if you've tried Nota Loca from the house of Ulika Parfums. And the last fragrance I'm going to end with today is a simplistic one from the house of Hermès. It's Un Jardin sur le Nil. So this one has been around forever. I've spoken about it quite a bit on the older channel I had, and I've spoken about it here on this channel as well. I had a love-hate relationship with this one. I felt like it was just underwhelming, but it's grown on me. It's grown on me. I like it. Although I feel like the formula has changed a little bit. And before, I used to get a bit more of a tomato-like effect, but now I'm getting more of a zest about it, which, I don't know, has the formula changed on Un Jardin sur le Nil? Let me know. But it's green mangoes, lotus flower, calamus, sycamore wood. It just smells like a really delicious mango fruit, but unripened and a bit green. It's got green mango in it, it says. Let me know if you're a fan of it. It kind of wears very light for me, so this one's for the most extreme hot days. Yeah, there's the greenness there, and people say there's tomato, and I feel like it does have that kind of succulent, juicy, pulpy, fruity tomato touch, but also mixed with the leaves, because that greenness is in here that's giving me that. But I think it's coming from the green mango, basically, and people get that tomato effect. Anyway, that's the last fragrance I'm talking about here today. Mango focus for International Mango Day. That is Un Jardin sur le Nil. Do you have a favorite mango fragrance? Are any of these your favorite mango fragrances? Let me know. Put a comment down below. I'd like to find out more mango fragrances. It's becoming popular. What do you think is more popular? Peach fragrances or mango fragrances? And also, if you haven't caught my peach fragrances video from recently, please go catch it. Lots of yummy peach fragrances out there. But I felt like doing this video today on International Mango Day so we can celebrate delicious mango fragrances. But do let me know if you like these fragrances, and also do let me know if there are other mango fragrances I should check out. And also, last but not least, if you are in London on the 29th of August, come by and meet me along with Julien and Rasquinet and the founders of Juicebox Fragrances, and we will be launching a fragrance there, although the fragrance will be there on the 18th. So, but we have some spots left, and hope to see you guys there. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.